Hello guys, good afternoon and good evening on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. It is 10:40 p.m. Actually, not good afternoon, it's good evening. And before I get started with the weather update, I have one question to ask you guys. Have y'all ever turned on your laptop and you see this as your home screen? Seriously. How many of y'all have opened your laptop and have seen this on your home screen? What are the odds of that? Having a lion on your laptop home screen. What is the odds of that? Because I didn't do it. It was there when I turned it on. Anyway, let's get to weather talk. And I do have an announcement. We have got a new weather cam. Again, we got another new weather cam. And it looks like it is over in Lexington. So we'll get to see what it looks like over there in Fayette County in a little bit. So yeah, it looks like the new weather cam is in Lexington. So let's get started with what's going on around the area on local radar. So this is the home view. We're going to go to radar and we're going to hit composite so we can see precipitation and rain if there's storms coming. And we'll get to the weather cams here in just a minute. But first, we got to talk about the special weather statement that's over here. So this is a special weather statement that we're going to read real quick for the counties of... This is from the Jackson, Kentucky Weather Service. Fleming, Rowan, Rockcastle, Jackson, Pulaski, Laurel, McCreary, Whitley, Knox, Bell, Harlan, Elliott, Morgan, Johnson, Wolfe, McGoffin, Floyd, Lee, Breathitt, Knott, Owsley, Perry, Clay, Leslie, Letcher, Martin, Pike, including cities of Flemingsburg, Moorhead, Broadhead, Mount Vernon, McKee, Annville, Burnside, Somerset, London, Stearns, Whitley City, Corbin, the town I'm named after, Williamsburg, Barberville, Middlesboro, Pineville, Cumberland, Harlan, Sandy Hook, West Liberty, Paintsville, Camden, Sawyersville, Prestonsburg, Wheelwright, Bettyville, Jackson, Hindman, Pippa Passes, Boonville, Hazard, Manchester, Hyden, Jenkins, Whitesburg, Innes, Coal Run, Elkhorn City, Pikeville, and South Williamson. And it looks like this is the statement for frost. It says patchy frost in rural sheltered valleys, low-lying areas late tonight and early Friday morning, with temperatures falling into the mid to upper 30s and high pressure cresting over the area with light winds, dry air, and clear skies. Patchy frost could develop late tonight into Friday morning in rural sheltered valleys and low-lying areas. In those valleys along main stream rivers, larger creeks, and lakes, fog development should preclude frost formation. Those with cold-sensitive plants outdoors in sheltered rural valleys and other low-lying areas may want to consider taking action to protect them. And I believe we also got a weather statement for... I wonder if this is in the Charleston weather office. I believe we got... Nope, same thing. Okay. I was wanting to see if there was one for these areas, but I guess not. Alright, so now that we got that out of hand, let's get started with the weather. And you can see there's already red flag warnings and fire weather watches. That is actually starting to become a big thing in those states that's in it. So we're going to start with weather cams. We'll introduce you to the new weather cam here in just a second after we do Litchfield. We'll introduce you to the new weather cam over there, which looks to be in Lexington in Fayette County. So we're going to start with the Litchfield camera, and we're going to hit full screen on that. Here's what it looks like here in downtown Litchfield. You can see Highway 62 right here. No cars running around there. There's Warren RECC Electric over in here with these towers. There's the water tower behind the middle school, which glows at night. That's Old Glory. I was going to say Old Glory's flying in the wind, but it's painted on the water tower, so how can it fly in the wind? I guess we can say it's glowing bright because it's a water tower that's got lights underneath it. I guess we can put it that way. And back over that way where the lights are is Home Plate, gas station, and the middle school. So we're going to look at the new camera, which I believe is, like I said, I think it's in Fayette County. Let me zoom in a little further. Nope, it's not in Fayette County. It is in Nicholsville. We have a new camera, and it's in Nicholsville. Nicholsville, over there in, if I'm not mistaken, that is Jessamine County. If I'm not mistaken, that is it Jessamine County? Yep, it's Jessamine County. I don't know what I'm seeing, but this is what it looks like in Nicholsville, in Jessamine County. All I see is a bunch of darkness. I think this is on a hill, so I see town is back that way. Which direction is this camera facing? I think it's facing north. Let me see. Let me back out of this. It might tell me on the Hazcam map. It is facing... Yeah, it's facing north. So, yeah, when you go north, it's actually facing toward Nicholsville. But this is in Jessamine County. Jessamine County. We'll look at Jefferson County later. That's Louisville, but this is Jessamine County, not Jefferson. I don't know why. I'm gonna get these J's mixed up. Getting used to this new camera. This is Jessamine County, Nicholasville. So if there's anybody watching from Nicholsville on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, comment down below. Same for Litchfield. Comment down below if you're watching from right here in town, here in Litchfield. And speaking of that, we're going to go down the road a little bit to Lancaster, Kentucky, and Garrett County, to that Hazcam, which it has a beautiful background. It has a beautiful background to look at. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that to be saying that. I'm just saying that because that's what it is. Because look at that background. You can actually see downtown really well. And it is actually facing east-northeast. There's a car at the traffic light like there was last night. Probably people getting home from work. But this is Garrett County over in Lancaster. There's downtown. There's the water tower. The Garrett County Water District. I'm going to say that's what it is. Behind that building. But yeah, that's a pretty sight. The layout of that town, it looks like on there, almost reminds me of Hodgenville in LaRue County. I don't know if you are familiar with that, but Hodgenville in LaRue County, the way downtown Hodgenville is set up, kind of reminds me a little bit of that. But that's Garrett County and Lancaster. If anybody's watching my weather update from Lancaster and Garrett County, comment down below. And we're going to go east into Moorhead. This is another beautiful shot to look at, is in Moorhead, Kentucky. Another beautiful town to look at. So if there's anybody watching from Lancaster, Nicholasville, or Litchfield, comment down below. You can comment on the video or comment from whatever town you're watching from if it doesn't have a Hazcam. And why is the Hazcams not working? Let me try that again. Is the Hazcam thing down? Let me try that again. I think my computer had a brain fart. Yeah, it did. Had a little hiccup there. So let's look at Moorhead, which is right here. And if there's anybody watching from over in Moorhead, watch my weather update from over in Moorhead, comment down below. Comment if you're watching this video, comment where you're watching from, because I want to know where my viewers are watching from. But yeah, that's Moorhead, Kentucky. There's the big water tower with the big light that you can probably see up in the sky. Or not in the sky, but off in the distance. But that's Moorhead. And then we're going to look at Pikeville down here in southeastern Kentucky in the mountains. That's another beautiful shot to look at. Also, another beautiful shot to look at is Pikeville. So if there's anybody watching in Pikeville over there in Pike County, comment down below. If you're watching from Pikeville, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok, comment down below. If you're watching from the eastern parts of Kentucky near Pikeville. Now we're going to go to western Kentucky, which is where Gage, Kentucky is. Over there, and I don't know what county that is, but there's Gage, Kentucky, kind of a little bit west of Paducah. So if there's anybody watching in Gage or Paducah over in western Kentucky, comment down below if you're watching in those areas. So here's Gage, Kentucky. Another good, decent view. Look at the stars in the sky. I like that. But that's Gage, Kentucky. And I do want to say something. I look forward for them to put another Hazcam somewhere in here. Because they got one in Litchfield. They got one in Louisville, which we're going to go to next. Nicholasville. Lancaster. I don't know why I said Lawrenceburg, but I meant to say Lancaster. Pikeville, Moorhead. I look forward for them to either put one in Owensboro or Hopkinsville. I see them possibly putting one right there. But then again, you never know. But let's look at Louisville up in Jefferson County. The last weather cam we're going to look at today. And it is facing... Let's go look at the Hazcam in Louisville in Jefferson County, which is facing south. Yep. That's Louisville. Do we have any airplanes coming in? Yeah, there's a little one off in the distance there. But I ain't going to stay and watch it land because I'm slacking off time a little bit, and there's a little one right there, another one right there. I'm not going to worry about watching planes come in because I'm short on time. I'm in a hurry. I got to get off here, so I got to rush this. Well, I'm not going to rush it, but I need to get this done quick because it is late. It's almost 11 o'clock. So, tell you what, before we go to Home View or National Weather Service, we're going to go over the watches and warnings. So we're going to talk about the severe weather. We're going to talk about what color warning watch polygons are. So tornado warnings are usually light red, but only for radar indicated. Dark red is for observed tornadoes. PDS tornado warning, particularly dangerous situation, is purple. Tornado emergencies are pink. Let's see, what color is severe thunderstorm warnings? Yellow. Severe thunderstorm warnings are yellow. Damage threat considerable severe thunderstorm warnings are orange. And like I said, the few last weather updates, if you see a black outline on the outside of the polygon, it's got black. If you see a black outline of the polygon, it's a tornado possible tag. But if you see a white outline, it's just a severe thunderstorm warning. And then destructive severe thunderstorm warnings are reddish pink. And then EDS, extremely dangerous situations, severe thunderstorm warning, are purple. And then flash flood warnings are usually light green on this radar. Observed flash flood warnings are red. PDS, particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warnings are purple. And I'm sorry, not tornado warning. Flash flood warnings are purple. Good gosh. I'm tired, dude. Good gosh. Flash flood warnings, particularly dangerous situations, is purple. Observed flash floods is red. Flash flood emergencies is magenta. And tornado watches are yellow. PDS tornado watches. There I go again. Almost said warning. PDS tornado watches are purple. I need to go to bed. Or go to sleep or something. Jeez. Severe thunderstorm watches are pink. PDS severe thunderstorm watches are purple. There, I got it right that time. And then flash flood watches are dark green, and PDS flash flood warning. Oh my gosh! Flash flood watches are purple. Oh my gosh! I can't think straight today. Oh, and I want to. I don't know if this shows up in the outlooks, but I did see a thing from the Storm Prediction Center on Facebook from the Weather Service in Louisville. There's a marginal risk of severe weather that's supposed to take in this area of Kentucky. Right here. Which I'm going to see if it pops up in the Outlook. We'll try the probabilistic first. Yes, it does. Oh, it actually covers more than what I anticipated. Yeah, there's a... This is for Saturday. Severe weather possible threat. And it's a brown area, and it's a 5% of any risk. Saturday, Sunday, it's all back in Nebraska and across these areas. Day 5, across these areas again. But we're going to look at the categorical severe weather risk. For this is today. So today's severe weather risk, the marginal risk, is this green area right here. The yellow slight is from Wichita to Topeka to Euphorium, or Empora, however you say it. And there's another area near Lawton, Oklahoma, that's yellow. Then we look at day 2. Oh! We have a marginal risk for western Kentucky, which is tomorrow. Western Kentucky. The green area is in a marginal risk of severe weather, and then there's a slight risk up here across Iowa, northern Missouri, Kansas. And then day 3, there's a marginal severe weather risk, which is right here. Litchfield, where we're at, here in Litchfield, we're not in the marginal risk, but we are close to it. So there is a marginal risk of severe weather for Saturday. And there's a slight risk over in the yellow area. Let's talk about the threats expected. Do we have a hail threat for today? Yes. We got a 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow for today, and here's tomorrow. Hail threat, 5%. Hatched area is a 5% hail conditional intensity group 1 risk. And then we got a hail conditioning group 1 risk with a 15% hail threat. And then as far as wind, what do we got for wind? Brown, 5% wind risk in those areas. The yellow, 15% wind risk, as well as near Wichita and down across almost to Abilene, Texas. Day 2, 5% wind risk in the brown. Yellow, 15% wind risk. Now let's look at the tornado threat. No tornado threat on the board for today. Day 2, do we have a tornado threat for day 2? No, we do not. And we can't see what the risk is for around Kentucky just yet. See what the main threats are going to be in the marginal risk. I'm going to say it's probably just going to be winds and hail. No tornado threat. But we're going to go look at what the National Weather Service has in their weather story. Hope y'all don't mind to see that. Alright, so here's what it says in the National Weather Service story. It says, first real taste of summer this weekend, extended period of summer temperatures, and weekend into early next week. And it shows first extended period of summer warmth starting Saturday and the Tuesday with highs in the mid to upper 80s and near 90 degrees. Hottest days look to be Sunday and Monday with 60s, 70% probability of reaching 90 plus degrees. Dew points into the 60s will make it feel muggy. Showers and thunderstorm chances during the day. Saturday, some storms could be strong with winds and hail. Yep, I knew it. And it says here what to have. Wear sunglasses, wear light-colored, lightweight, loose-fitting clothing, wear a hat, stay hydrated with water. Don't forget to water and feed your pet. Don't forget to water your pets. Stay in the AC if you could with a fan. Wear sunscreen and fine shoes or fine shorts and it says fine shade and take breaks. And then here's a 3-day forecast. So it shows for Friday, isolated rain and shower storms, mainly north. Highs between 73 and 79 degrees. Friday night, lows between 54 and 60 degrees. Saturday, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs between 81 and 87 degrees. Low of 60 to 65 degrees. Sunday, sunny and very warm. High of 84 and through highs between 84 and 89 degrees on Sunday. Key messages: isolated rain chances are possible. Our northern counties. Friday, dry and warm everywhere else. Scattered showers and storms possible throughout the day. Saturday, and significant warming pattern arrives this weekend with near record-breaking highs. Okay. Then here's 0 to 12 hour forecast. Low temperatures tonight is going to be in the 40s. Lowest heat index will also be in the 40s. There's even 38s in the blue areas. Tonight's wind gusts will be blowing east-southeast. The wind gust is in the single digits. Thursday night precipitation, none on the board. Is there any precipitation totals? No, there's not in the next 0 to 12 hours. But let's look at the 12-24 hour forecast. High temperatures are in the 70s. And there's an 80 in Bowling Green. Friday heat index is in the 70s. Friday afternoon winds will be in the single digits. Wind gusts will be in the single and double in teens. Friday's chance of precipitation, there's none on the board. Well, there is some across Indiana. But the precipitation totals is back out of the coverage area. Now let's look at the weather graphics. Let's full screen that. So here's what it looks like on the weather graphics. As you can see, rain showers across the New England states. You can see just the general thunderstorm risk in this area, and that's for tomorrow. Severe thunderstorm risk across Kansas. Another one across Texas. And then we have another. Okay, that was today. Never mind. That was today. So here's tomorrow. General thunderstorm risk. Which Kentucky's in it? We're in it. Severe weather risks across Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska. Winter weather threat up here. Fire weather threat right here. Across the Texas area. And then we have Saturday. Here's a Saturday. Now, yes, there's a marginal risk for our area. But yes, it's not enough of a severe weather risk to put a yellow over Kentucky. So here's what they did for our marginal risk. General thunderstorms right here for us. Severe weather threat is back across Nebraska, Kansas, and Iowa. Because if they put a severe weather risk for us and we're in a marginal risk, a green, it would confuse a lot of people. So they put us in a general thunderstorm risk. And with a marginal risk, it means an isolated severe storm is possible. Isolated severe storm. Not widespread, isolated. Yes, I know that confuses a lot of people, but that's isolated. When it's a marginal risk, it means isolated storm. Severe storm. That means one or two could pop up, but the possibility of that is low. So here's the hourly forecast. As you can see, it's 56 degrees outside right now. 53 at 6 a.m. 55 at 7. 65 at 9. 70 at 10. 73 at 11. 75 at noon. Ooh, 81 at 3. And 4, 5, 6, 7. Feels like temperatures 50, 40s. 50s at 8 a.m. Lord have mercy. 71 at noon. 72 at 1. Look at this. Then it drops into the 69 tomorrow night. Here's the dew points. Are all in the 30s. Dew points will probably remain into the 30s. Nope, 41 tomorrow night. Don't know why it's the 30s when it dips into the 40. Precipitation. Do we have any precipitation? I don't think so, but I can check. Nope. It's all 1s, 3s, and 0s, which means it's still low. What's the humidity looking like? I look forward for that to change when the weekend gets closer to get warmer. I look forward for that to change. And then the wind's blowing west currently right now in Litchfield. It's blowing west. And then it'll blow northwest tomorrow. Yeah, the wind direction is west right now. Now let's look at the 7-day forecast. So today it was sunny. It says great day to be outside. High of 69 degrees, low of 50 degrees. Tomorrow it's going to be cloudy with feels like 76, feels colder than it looks. High of 81 degrees, low of 51 degrees. Saturday it's going to be a light drizzle. Chance of rain, 70%. High of 88 degrees, low of 69 degrees. And that's when they have a marginal risk of severe weather. We may be in the general thunderstorm risk in Litchfield, but in the green is a marginal risk of severe weather. That does not mean severe weather is going to happen everywhere. That does not mean severe weather is going to happen everywhere in the green. It means it's an isolated severe storm possible. That could pop up. One or two isolated severe storms could pop up. But outside of that, it could be just general thunderstorms. Enough to water your garden and plants. Anyway, back to the 7-day forecast so I can wrap up the video. Sunday, it's going to be cloudy with mild conditions. High of 92 degrees, low of 70 degrees. Monday, light drizzle. Highs between 93 degrees, low of 71 degrees. Tuesday, light showers, high of 84 degrees, low of 71 degrees. Wednesday, light rain, high of 71 degrees, low of 62 degrees. With chances of rain again. And there's no, the outlooks are all clear, which is good. Alright, thank you guys for watching here on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. It is 11:11 p.m. and I have been on this for about 31 minutes now. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thank you guys for watching on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. You guys comment down below where you guys are watching from. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another weather update for your Friday, and a look into your weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great night and a great evening. See you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.